I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I really want Black women to understand that not everything is victim blaming, and sometimes self-reflection and accountability is absolutely freaking necessary.
So I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's to the point where I damn near have to go make a police report, so I'm just going to have to talk about it anyway. 3 weeks ago, I went on a date, and I told the young man that I wasn't necessarily looking for something serious, but at the same time, it's not like I'm not looking for something serious. It's like, if it happens, it happens. But right now, I'm really focusing on my fitness journey because, like, I'm trying to get back to a comfortable weight for myself. And I've noticed that it puts a lot of pressure on me when I'm dating guys or whatever, like, to be like this perfect weight or whatever. And so I was just telling him, like, mentally for me, I'm not really looking for anything serious. So he is in agreement with the situation. He's like, all right, that's perfect. We can just be a little situationship, friendship, whatever you want it to be. And I said, that sounds great. Now, because we are both grown and we both agreed that it was just going to be a situationship, of course, we ended up having sex like 2 nights later. Duh. So we ended up, have a coitus, and this man gonna look me dead in my face and tell me, I don't really want you to do that with other men right now because, STDs, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, I'm totally down to have this as a, monogamous situationship. Like, we can definitely do that. And fast forward like a week or so, we're still doing it. We're doing it 3 times a day. And things are going great. So I noticed that he starts getting, like, really fucking clingy. And, like, I wouldn't say controlling, but definitely, like, hey, when I text you, I need you to respond in this amount of time because, I just need to make sure that you're seeing my messages and you're not actually ignoring me. And I don't like to feel ignored and just stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, little weird shit. So, naturally, I back the fuck off because you're doing too much. Like, I already told you I'm not trying to be doing all this and you're doing too much. And then he texts me, he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be doing too much. I might be a little insecure. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's my fault. That's my fault. We should have never did this in the first place. He notices that I'm not really fucking with him like that no more. He's just like, damn, it's so childish you to sit here and stop fucking with me. And, I finally open up to a bitch and tell a bitch I'm insecure. And of course, just like a bitch, you go sit here and stop fucking with me because I tell you honest truth and I sit here and give you a little piece of me. Like, he's going off. He's mad at me. And I really don't care because I'm just like, you said you're insecure. So obviously you're insecure about the fact that I don't want to be with you because you're insecure. That makes sense. I'm just letting him text me shit. I'm reading messages, not responding though. And eventually he goes, bitch, I'm about to pull up to your house and motherfucking busting all your windows. Now I have my babies here. My baby is here. I'm like, you're not gonna do that. I promise you. If you do that, then there's gonna be an issue. Like, I am crazy. And eventually he realizes that all that threatening shit ain't gonna work with me because I've been through the ringer with men. Like, I don't give a fuck. I will run you over quicker than I will let you make me feel threatened. Like, that's not a thing. I'm not scared of you. And so he was like, bitch, that's why I got herpes. And I didn't tell you, but I got herpes and now you got it too because we did it when I was having an outbreak, da da da. And that's what immediately went down a fucking checkup. Me. Yeah, because I'm not fucking playing that game. So then I sent him the results and I'm like, hey, I'm clean, baby. So I don't know what to tell you. But thank you for letting me know the type of person that you really are and the fact that you really try to trap me with fucking herpes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And so then he was just like, well, I know I have it, so you must have it because we didn't unprotected, da da da. And we didn't unprotected for like a whole week during my outbreak. Mind you, I have eyes. That man did not have no kind of outbreak going on. And so, he was just like, yeah, so, you may as well just stay with me. You stuck with me at this point. You stuck with me. And I'm like, I'm not stuck with anybody. Like I said, here's my results. Clean bill of health. I don't know what to tell you, Boogie. And so then he's just like, well, at the end of the day, I'm going to start telling every man that you fuck with that you have herpes. And I'm like, why would you do that? That's literally slant. Like, do you not see these papers? I can take you to court for defamation. Like, don't fucking play with me. Very next day, I get home. I see his ass sitting outside of my parking lot. I'm like, oh, I don't got time to deal with this. So I just walk into my house, lock the door, and I call the police. I'm not dealing with this. I have all the text messages. You text me crazy shit and, talking about how you won't whoop my ass, you won't whoop my daddy ass, you won't whoop my mama ass, and you won't have your mama whoop my mama ass, and all kind of shit. It's weird shit. So I call the police. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. The police get up here. Of course, as soon as he sees the cop cars, he backs out. But by the time they're walking up to me, he's already gone. It's not much I can say. So I was just like, yeah, the car that just left, that was him. So one of the officers get back in the car, try to go see if they can find him. I give him the car description, give him his name and everything. They were just like, all right, so here's what we can do. I'm gonna do this police report, and you can get a restraining order since he directly threatened you and came to your house with bad intentions. I was like, thank you. I appreciate you, officer. Thank you, right on. And that must have really revved up his edges because after that he texted me, oh, bitch, you the ops. You calling the police? Mind you, I did block him before. Anybody sitting here say, why didn't you block him? I blocked him. He texted me from all kinds of different numbers, all kinds of different text down numbers and whatever. And so he's just like, oh, you the ops. I don't fuck with no police ass bitches and da da da. Bitch, I'm gonna have my mom come kill you and blah blah blah. Listen, I don't care. Leave me the fuck alone. That's all I care about. And he was like, I'm just from now on every fucking nigga that you fuck with, I promise you, I'm gonna fuck it up for you. I said, here's the thing though, you stalking me is only gonna help this restraining order. And on top of that, you mad when you literally just told me 4 days prior that you have herpes. I'm not fucking with you no more, bro. Well, what's the difference from when you was fucking on me wrong before and fucking because I didn't know. And by the skin of my teeth, I didn't catch that shit. So, and then mind you, I have to keep going back to get tested because it takes a little time to show up. So I'm sitting here now, but they did tell me that it's a very low possibility that I have it, considering that it's been whatever. But the point is, yeah. So now this crazy man keeps driving past my house. He just left literally like an hour ago, and I called the police. They just left, and that's the whole reason why I am making this TikTok. Because if something happens to me, I did not hurt myself, and I would never hurt myself, and I would never hurt my child. And if something happens to me, I'm just saying, Lance Johnson did it. Thank you. So I wasn't going to talk about this, but the other day I decided to make a video about how I decided to enter a situationship with a man named Lance Johnson, okay? And I got so many comments, and so I'm going to address them here. Okay, 1, yes, as a single mother, I'm allowed to date. It's crazy, I know, but I'm allowed to. And y'all talking about why was a hotel never an option, baby? If I got 40 minutes alone to myself, I'm not spending 20 minutes of it driving. I'm not. Waste your time, I won't be wasting mine. Mine is valuable, thank you. 2, I kept being called a bird because I decided to have sex with a man that I chose to only have a situationship with within 2 days of meeting him. I'm sorry, don't a lot of y'all go on dates and have sex on the first date? I'm sorry. I was under the impression that we were grown folks that could actually be fucking candid for once. Oh, my bad. 3, a lot of y'all were confused because I said we were in a monogamous situationship. 1, let's acknowledge because that implies that it's not really that situation, right? Right. Secondly, if I say I'm in a monogamous situationship, that means that he and I are choosing to only have sex with each other, okay? But what that also means is that we never went on dates, okay? We didn't sit and ask each other what our favorite fucking colors are. We didn't do any of the regular shit that comes with dating. We did it. I knew that man's first, middle, and last name so I could do a background check. That was it. That was it. Well, and I also looked him up on the sex offenders list. That was it. I don't, like, me personally, I'm not in a headspace where I want dates, where I want someone to come over to my house and spend 2-3 hours with me. I'm not in that mental headspace right now. If you are, I am so happy for you, but I am not. I have a lot going on, and right now I can only commit to sexual intercourse. That's all I can commit to. I'm not going to, hey, you want to hang out tomorrow night? No, I don't want to, because I'm probably either going to be in the gym or I'm going to be asleep because I just left the gym and work. Again, if y'all have time for all that, good on you. I am so happy for you. 4, y'all keep bringing up the fact that he should never have known where I lived, and this is why, even, especially if you have children, like, Bookie Babes, here's the thing. My child was never home. Never home. I don't play about my child. I do not play. And as a matter of fact, if you really want to know the way my house is set up, you would never even know I have a child. You would never know. You would never know unless you open up her bedroom door. I don't play that. Toys in the living room, toys in the dining room, toys in the kitchen, little kid clothes here, little kid, I don't play that. You would never know I have a child. Never. And each and every time that we would link up for 40 minutes at a time, she was either at school, at daycare, at summer camp, with her grandparents, or with my sister. She was never here. Never. And 5, y'all are talking about how I chose to sleep with him unprotected. Can y'all please stop the fucking cap? Because again, how many women go home and sleep with men on the first date? And then let's also stop the fucking cap, because condoms are in a 3-year low for their sales. 3 years. 3 years. So either I'm just an honest bitch and a bird, or y'all just some dummy ass liars who think that I'm fucking stupid. That's weird. And last but not least, I will never ever feel ashamed for telling the truth. That be you bitches' problems. I've seen a lot of y'all commenting something like, you could not torture this information out of me. That's y'all problem. Y'all like to move sneaky behind closed doors and then be up in church and pretending like y'all perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I have needs and I have wants. And at the end of the day, if it boiled down to I had sex with this man and he chose to be crazy, he chose to do this, that, and the third, you will not blame me for his actions. You will not. You will not do that. We are not victim blaming. I'm a grown-ass adult who walked into a situation knowing that I could not commit to anything more than just sexual intercourse. And it is not my fault that a man chose to go crazy and stalk me and threaten my life. That is not my fault, and we will not be accepting that narrative over here. Understood? Thank you. And then as women, why are y'all mad that I chose to be honest with myself and say I only wanted a situationship? Why are y'all mad? Did it trigger you and remind you of that nigga who wasted your time and told you that he wanted to be with you in reality he didn't? Because I'm so fucking confused on why y'all are mad that I'm honest with myself knowing I cannot handle a relationship right now. How fucking weird. And actually, this is gonna be my last little comment. For those of you who keep saying, oh, it's okay to focus on yourself, it's okay to baby, I was celibate for a whole fucking year. You don't know my situation. You don't know. Celibate for a fucking year. Finally decide, man, I kind of do have some needs that I kind of have an itch I need to scratch. And y'all gonna sit here and try to guilt me? It's okay to focus on yourself. It is okay. So how about you focus on yourself? It is okay. Yeah, focus on yourself. Because I've been focusing on myself, baby. And during this 1 year that I chose to focus on myself, I done got promoted twice, got a raise, like, bought me a new car, lost 22 pounds. So yeah, I think for the last year, me focusing on myself really was okay. And now that I'm choosing to get out there and fuck and put this hot pussy on somebody, that's my motherfucking prerogative, bitch. If you, 10 years for me, good for you. Good for you. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I had a fucking need and I handled it. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, it was with somebody who is crazy and cannot handle themselves. Well, at least cannot handle me. So yeah, I put that, I've been celibate pussy on him for a whole year. Listen. You be celibate for a year, put some pussy on a nigga and you see if he don't go crazy. And if he don't go crazy, bitch, you got some whack ass pussy. That's how I'm looking at it. And whack ass throat. I can't help I got that guap 3000. I'm sorry. Shit. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, if I had a dick and a woman made that shit disappear and she spun on that dick and hit the splits on that shit, I might be crazy too. Especially after thinking she can't do too much because she a little bigger. I might be a little crazy too. Y'all gotta sit back and just shut the fuck up sometimes. Y'all be a little too judgmental on situations that y'all think everybody's situation should be the same. Not everybody's in the same box, Bookie. You put yourself inside that box. I didn't put myself inside that box. You did. And not everybody's the same. And at the end of the day, as a single mom, I'm going to continue to date and continue to do what the fuck I want to do. Who gonna stop me, boo? Who gonna check me? Oh, okay. So for all them bird comments, stop it. Because we all know that your mama did the same thing and that's how you got here. You accident, baby. Shut the fuck up.
Now, first of all, you mean to tell me that with the free will that God gave you, you decide to get on the internet and tell the world that you slept with the man that you knew for only 48 hours unprotected repeatedly without getting him tested. And he told you that he has herpes and oops, you do too, because you've been sleeping with him unprotected while he was having an outbreak and he didn't respect you enough to tell you, which means that he hates you. And also he said that means that you're stuck with him. And you let this man come over your house where your children stay. And I don't care if they were home or not. And you had intercourse with this man while not knowing his character and possibly putting your life and the lives of your children in danger. And now you mad that we, the internet, who you told the story to, because we wouldn't have known this if you didn't tell us, we have questions? I personally find women that behave in this way, I'm gonna keep it a buck, weak and trifling. I really find it's just pure weakness, because you mean to tell me that you don't have the self-control to either get a rose or a bullet from Amazon, or at the very least, take this man to the clinic for a full panel screen and meet him at a hotel. The DoubleTree ain't expensive, baby. But no, you let this man come to your home, and I'm going to tell you why. You let him come to your home because his grandma don't let him have company. Now, how in the world Do you have a monogamous situationship with someone whose STD status you don't even know? And I really hate when women who act like this throw it back on all women like, oh, you know you did this before. You know your mama did too. No, I ain't never did this before. And neither has my mama. So who was you really talking about? And then talking about that he's going crazy because you got good throat and good vagina is such a bird brain ideology that I can't even understand how a grown woman could be a mother and think this way. Men go crazy and stalk anybody. It has nothing to do with your smacks being good. It's all about control and dysfunction. Men will literally put their private parts in holes and in animals. Is you cool? But I honestly feel like women like this who don't think, who don't use any caution, who don't have any sense of self-preservation, I believe they shouldn't be able to have children. Honestly, because a lot of times, you know who pays the price for their mother's stupid, dumb, goofy decisions? The children. There are many a baby in the ground right now because of dumb mothers like this. And I'm not pulling no punches about it. And it's just like you're sitting there letting this man, you're putting your children in danger. You're putting yourself in danger all because you want to have a man. Oh, mama got to have a life too. Like, and my thing is, I'm not against single mothers dating. I know a lot of people are against single mothers dating. I'm not. But I feel like this. If you're going to date and you're going to be a single mother, please be smart. Don't let that man know where you live. And I don't believe for a second that she didn't want to drive to him. Talk about, if I only got 40 minutes, I'm not going to spend 20 minutes driving to somebody. Lies you tell. The lies you tell. I believe that he didn't have anywhere for you to drive to. And I also believe probably the both of y'all are too broke to go to the hotel, a nice hotel, and do what y'all got to do. Talking about you going to keep on having smacks with whoever later on, and this is just what you going to do. How in the world you going to be doing that when you don't even know for sure if you don't have herpes? And that's your words. You say they told you that it's a chance that you could have it. Right now, you got to wait. So who in the world are you going to be messing with? Absolutely nutty behavior. Talking about, you know he was lying and he might not have had an outbreak because you didn't see nothing. You ain't see nothing when you was looking. Excuse me, let me say this. I went to Google to look this up and it says that you can't always tell if someone is having an outbreak by visual inspection. So really, what are we talking about? And honestly, I really feel like this type of behavior is rooted in low self-esteem. And that's why it's so important to pour into yourself, even pour into your outer appearance. Because if you feel insecure about your weight, do something about it first before you try to embark on sexual relationships with men. Because a lot of times you will find yourself settling for less, and those men can smell. They can smell that insecurity on you. And I don't know, and I don't want people to take my words out of context. I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying only plus size women can feel insecure, because that is not true. Anyone can feel insecure. Everybody. It don't matter if you're skinny, you're mid-size, you're plus size, whatever. All I'm saying is I mentioned it for her because she mentioned her weight a few times. And I really feel like in this particular case, this woman, that I feel like it plays a part in her story. And like I said, I also feel like she's a liar, because in the second video, she was just trying to minimize her nutty actions. And I didn't like that, because she's sitting there talking about, oh, they were doing it 3 times a day. Okay, so if y'all are doing it 3 times a day, that sounds like he was over there way more often than you're talking about, way longer than you're admitting to, talking about 40 minutes. Who was having smacks 3 times in 40 minutes? Let's be for real here. If you are, then Sister, I fear that pussy isn't as good as you say it is. And then to say that you've been through the ringer with men and nothing phases you, I can see why you've been through the ringer. I can see why you've been through the ringer with men over and over again, because you have no discernment, zero discernment. Letting a complete stranger in the space where you lay your head while you have children, that is completely irresponsible. And I just want to say, if you are a single black woman or you are a single black mother, it is not worth it to take risks with these men that you do not know. Okay? It's not worth the risk. Wait at least until you have some type of opportunity to get to know these men, to vet these men, to see something. You can't vet anybody in 48 freaking hours. You can't. And then my thing is, if you're going to take a chance, don't have intercourse with anyone that you haven't went to the doctor or the clinic with, and you heard the doctor themselves tell you their results. Don't rely on paperwork that they can give you or that they will give you, because it can be falsified. Plenty of women have talked about men falsifying their results and out lying. And also always use protection. And never, ever, ever let these men know where you work or where you live. That way, if you decide that you want to leave and you don't want to be with them no more, you can. And if you are a mother, don't have these men around your children. Don't let these men know where you stay, because your children could be the ones that pay the price. And honestly, this is something else to talk about. A lot of times, like I say this a lot, people think that men are just stupid, idiots, they don't have any brains, and that's not true. There are intelligent men out there. There are a lot of smart men that use their intelligence for evil. And also a man that doesn't care about where he puts his thing at, because he should also be concerned about you. Because if you don't know his status, he don't know yours. And if he's quick to go ahead and raw dog it with you, you have to think to yourself, how many other women has he done this to? And why is he so comfortable doing it? Why? Because he's already got everything. He already got a petri dish down there on that Peter Wacker. But nonetheless, I'm sorry, I'm crashing out. Because I don't know, it was just the way she was speaking. It was very triggering to me. And I actually think, really, it's not even what she said. Because I've heard all of these things a million times. But honestly, I think it was the lack of accountability from her. And the trying to make it seem as if the internet is the problem and not the person that's staring at her when she looks in the mirror. Just nutty behavior from her. Like, honestly, but I don't want to beat a dead horse. So I'm just going to cut it here, because I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue to say some real crazy stuff. And, this is going to be on YouTube, so let me cut it here. I digress. If you watched this whole video and you truly enjoyed it, then please do your girl a free favor. Drop. You know what? I've been messing up a lot lately, this intro, and I don't even know why. If you like this video and you truly enjoyed it, then please do me a favor and drop a 1, 2, 3 down below in the comments. And I'll tell you why, because it's so easy to not let nobody up in your house or up in you that you don't know. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. Follow me on my second channel, Certified Overreactions. Follow me on TikTok. I do live stream there. Hype this video up, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And as always, ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.